I am going to rant because I've just been a place. And what place have I been, you ask? The place that I've been is Barnes & Noble. I know how you feel about Barnes & Noble. I'm sorry. If River Run was a choice, I would have gone there. If Better World Books had a store that I could actually go to, I would live there. But they don't, that I'm aware of. So I'm going to rant about that with you, even though it makes me a little heated. So Barnes & Noble, as you so eloquently have stated, is a extrovert store for an introvert hobby. And for an introvert like me, I do not enjoy that. Here is what I don't like about Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble smells really good. I'm going to give it something good first. It does smell good in there. Could it smell better? Absolutely. It could smell like old books. It could smell like used books. It could. But it doesn't. Nothing makes sense. And I've tried to find books in there using the little computer things, which, by the way, I don't know why it's touchscreen and, like, I don't get it. Pick one. I don't like all this. Like, I'm confused. Like, I'm clicking, but I'm also clicking, and I just don't get it. Sorry if I'm stupid. I'm sure it's not just me. I don't enjoy the fact that if I look something up, it says, hey, this is in teen and in fantasy and in fiction. Good luck. And I'm like, okay, I can go to those 3 sections. And then I get there, and it said in stock, and it's not there. And I'm like, couldn't you have just a little red flag that says, like, oh, hey, by the way, probably won't be there when you go there. Keep looking, but it's not going to be there. And then I understand that people like to drink coffee and read and whatever, but, like, the whole Starbucks in there, I'm not a fan of it. And I'm not really sure why. I enjoy beverages. I enjoy the occasional scone. And the cookies are really great. It's too corporate or something. Like, it's like, hey, we're going to capitalize on this because we know y'all are going to be in here for hours. Here's some coffee and stuff. We're going to make money. And I'm like, can't we just bring our own mugs? Can't that be a thing? Couldn't be, like, homier where, like, hey, have a tea and a saucer and, ooh, a book. No, I just don't like it. It doesn't jive with me right. And I always feel like I'm a bad person for bringing a book up there to read. And they're looking at me like, did you buy that book? Are you going to sit there and read that book? And I'm like, I might sit here and read this book, but can you judge me a little bit less, please, so I can actually enjoy the book that I'm reading? The teen section. It has imploded. And I understand that's great, but, like, the things that it's called, like, teen romance and teen fantasy adventure, like, what? Why are there so many subcategories? I don't know why we're micromanaging our books. What happened to there being, like, YA and fiction and nonfiction and, like, some biography and maybe some, what to expect when you're expecting, although I don't know why the hell you want to read one of those. I don't know why you'd want to expect anything. And by the way, I'm a little bit tired of seeing all the books that look like Twilight. Want your kid to read Pride and Prejudice? Put them in a class and have them read Pride and Prejudice. Once they changed the cover to make it look like Twilight, sales went up. And I was like, this is a ridiculous thing. It is. I understand that's how you're going to get the sale. It's trickery, that's what it is. Trixie Hobbitses. Because that teen's going to pick up that damn book and be like, yeah, vampires! And they'll be like, Mr. Darcy, this doesn't seem right. Where are the vampires? Why is nobody sparkling? And then they're going to have a meltdown and be pissed off. And never read that book again. Why can't they just enjoy it for what it is? Why do we have to be tricked into it? And I say we, I don't know why, because I'm not associated with them. Hell no. I don't read that crap. I don't read Twilight. I don't read Pride and Prejudice. I'm out. I also really don't like the fact that I walked in there today, huge bookshelf of Legos. Do not get me wrong. Legos are the shit. Except for when you step on them and then your life is over. Or you're trying to get those 2 flat pieces, those 2 tiny little 2-block flat pieces apart. Literally impossible. I've never encountered anything harder than that in my life. But why are there Legos in a bookstore? Why? Why are there so many t-shirts and mugs and pens and apparel? Like, why? This is a bookstore. I want to smell books. I want to see nothing but books and dorks for miles. Why Barnes & Noble? Why you gotta be so corporate? And that's my rant about Barnes & Noble. Actually, there's a whole lot more, but I definitely am gonna be, like, it is a long video. So, a 2 meets a 3. Oh, it's funny because I almost lost and I would have been aped. Wait a minute! Did you get a 3? You got a 3, didn't you? You got a 3, and you're like, oh, I hope you get a 2. Ah, shit.